Hey guys, I'm so excited because today I'm celebrating 20,000 subscribers here on this channel, and I really wanted to make a video and do something fun and special for you guys as a thank you, because 20,000 was the number that I just never thought I would get to. Like when I started getting subscribers and I started making regular content, 20,000 just seemed like such a pipe dream, and here we are, and I couldn't be more thrilled, not only that my channel got to 20,000, but also that it got there authentically without me pushing, and it's just been a sweet, safe, loving community, all 20,000 of you who have been so encouraging to me. You guys have lifted me up when I'm down. You've shared your faith journeys with me. There have been so many encouraging messages. You guys are just always so encouraging, and you're so kind to one another. I love reading the comments when you guys are interacting with one another. I just think this is such a authentic, loving space and community, and so I wanted to say thank you. I wanted to give back, do something fun for you guys, and also just kind of chat about some upcoming things. So if you guys are excited for this video, give this video a thumbs up and stay tuned. So I didn't make a script or anything for today's video. I just wanted to chat a little bit, and then I wanted to do a fun giveaway. Most of this video is just a fun giveaway. But I did want to say thank you so much for sticking around, for encouraging me, and you know, I don't know why 20,000 was the number I had in my head. It could have been 15, it could have been 25, but for some reason 20 was the number. It was like my goal that I had in mind. And now that I've gotten there, it's allowed me to press play on a couple of projects that I had held off on, things that I thought maybe I would wait to invest in until I had what in my mind was a, I don't know, like an official channel. I don't know why. I know you know, this is such a small channel in comparison to what's out there on YouTube, but to me, this is such a milestone. So I have some really fun projects in the works coming up. Like I said, investments that I really wanted to make, but I wasn't sure when to make them. I finally have decided now's the time. So I would love to know a couple of things from you guys in the comments down below. I would love to know, first of all, what you enjoy seeing and what you would like to see more of. I would also really love it if you guys would share where you came from, like what video or what video series or what theme attracted you to this channel and why you decided to stick around. I think that will give me some great insight, and I would love, 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 love if you guys would share that in the comments down below. A lot of times I'll get like, I've watched you for years, but I've never commented, and I'm like, why? I would love to hear from you. I try to answer as many messages and DMs on Instagram and as much as I can, and so I would really love to know more about this community. So please share in the comments down below, or send me a message, or shoot me an email. I would really like to hear from you guys and know why you have subscribed to this channel, why you've come back, and yeah, I would just like to get to know this community even more. So that being said, I do feel like there is a well, there's like a general audience to this channel, which is like mostly motherhood, education, just intentional parenting. You guys are always so encouraging with that stuff and when I share that kind of content. And I do want to say, I know I've said this already, but you guys really, you keep me going. You really encourage me so much. And there haven't been many times where I've thought like I don't want to do this anymore, because I've never really felt the pressure to do this to where I'd want to give it up. But when there are days where I'm just like, is there a reason to be here? Is this really encouraging anyone? You guys will send me some of the most amazing messages, and I'm like, how can I ever even pay them back for the encouragement that they're giving me? So I really honestly thank you guys so much. So there is that general community. But then there's also kind of like 3 themes to my videos in my mind when I really think about it, and 3 audiences that I try to be sure to cater to, because I know not everyone here is a homeschooling mom, or not everyone here likes meal planning videos, or not everybody here homeschools a specific way I do. And so I try to be sure to balance things out. And those 3 community those three like audiences on this channel are the 3 themes of 3 different giveaways that I'm doing to celebrate 20,000. It's not much. Each giveaway is like between $100 and $150 worth of fun stuff. I wanted to be sure, even if I've worked with these companies before, just a little disclaimer, it's not sponsored by anyone. I received none of this for free. I purchased all of this myself for you guys. But the 3 types of videos I try to stay with, and the 3 audiences that I know for sure like to come back and watch videos are homeschooling and like just general home life, cooking, organizing, cleaning kind of stuff, mom life, wife life kind of stuff, and also mother culture, just tending to your own faith, your own spirit, your own self, in the midst of pouring out to others. So those are 3 themes of the 3 different giveaways. You guys can enter all 3 giveaways or just one that you're interested in, and all of the info will be down in the description box down below. But I am going to go ahead and show you what's in each gift basket that I'm going to be sending out to each winner. So I wanted each of these giveaways to not only represent a community or audience or theme on my channel, I also wanted them to kind of be authentic to my channel and things I've either shared or loved, or kind of a walk down memory lane, things that have meant something to me on my channel as well. So stick with me here. Each item kind of has a story. So the homeschooling giveaway has 5 items in it. The first one is a coffee warmer or tea warmer. And first of all, every homeschooling mom needs this, but this is the reason that I started Homeschooling Favorites series, which is kind of one of the series that put me on the map on YouTube. I mean, I'm not like on the map, but it like put my name out there. This is where I feel like I started gaining traction, starting this Homeschool Favorites series that I started years ago. So I got one of these coffee warmers as a gift from my mom, and I just loved it so much, and I like had told all my friends about it, or got them from my friends, and I was like, I feel like everyone needs to know this. And so I couldn't figure out where to put it in a video, and so I started the Homeschooling Favorites videos, and I think this made it in like 4 or 5 of the videos. Because I think everybody should have a coffee warmer, and it's just so convenient. So of course, this had to be a part of the giveaway. Next is this pocket microscope, because I also think every homeschool home should have a pocket microscope in it. This pocket microscope comes with me all the time. It comes with me on vacations. Like, we were looking at snowflakes with it when we were skiing. We've looked at different things on the beach with it when we're out of town at the beach. This literally has flown, like, I was on the plane with me when I went to go see my sister in Detroit a couple months ago. I was like, I have a microscope if we need it, because it is always in my purse. And so I really think everybody needs one of these, but also this has been a part of every educational gift guide or Easter basket educational gift guide or holiday gift guide, and on and on and on, for as long as I can remember, at least 3 years on this channel. And so I thought, of course, anybody who watches Rooted in Rest knows that you have to have a pocket microscope. So this is also a part of that giveaway. Next is a game, and I decided to go with Ocean Bingo as the game because I didn't know what age range the kids of the winner would be, and I feel like Ocean Bingo works for all of my kids. Also, I love all of these different, Lawrence King bingo games and card games, and you guys know that I've talked about this quite a bit lately, but in general, I just love games. I love educational games. I love Fun Fridays. I think it's just been such a cornerstone of our homeschool, just, you know, heart-to-heart time, sitting on the floor time. It was a lesson I was learning when I started this YouTube channel. It was about that time in my life where I just felt like I was teaching my kids, but I wasn't, you know, loving on them at the same time. And so we started playing games a lot in our homeschool, and it was a message that I was really wanting to share here on this channel, was just to stay in your pajamas and sit on the floor and play with the kids at some point during the day, start your day with some fun, or make sure you put it in somewhere in your school day and just have some good heart-to-heart time. And so because of that, educational games and educational favorites have been a part of my channel since the beginning. But also, I had to choose Ocean Bingo because you guys know we'll drop school any day the sun's out and we can be at the ocean. So I do live in Florida. I live at the beach in a beach town, and so I had to send you guys Ocean Bingo to whoever wins. And then a couple of other things in this homeschool giveaway. Morning Exercises for All the Year is the book that I built my morning basket around. And I started doing morning basket 3 years ago, I believe. I found this book and I kind of built my idea of what I wanted morning time to look like in our homeschool based on this book. I've shared this book quite a bit. It's not always in stock, although you can find most of these readings online for free, but I just like having it in a bound book. And so sometimes it's on Amazon, sometimes it's not. So I went looking for it. I've been looking for it for a while. It came back in stock and I ordered one right away for when I hit 20,000. I knew this was one that I wanted to be a part of that. So not only did I, in my homeschool, build our morning time around having this book, I also started making morning basket videos because we started morning time because of this book. So I wanted this to be in that homeschool giveaway as well. And for those of you who are not familiar with this book has a thought or a poem or a reading or some history for every day of the school year, as well as famous birthdays or events in history. So this is a great book. And then also, you guys know Poetry Tea Time and Nature Study are both very highly valued in my homeschool. And so I wanted to give you guys a copy of something that I, for some reason, it took me like 2 years to give myself permission to invest in this book, but it was so worth it. So I wanted to go ahead and grab this for one of you as well. It is Sing a Song of Seasons, a nature poem for each day of the year, because when I look back at our homeschool, and this is the thing that will make me cry. And actually, if you don't know, this is the artwork on my logo is like a mango tree. We have this huge Hayden mango tree in our backyard. And when we started Poetry Tea Time, or when we've ever had a bad homeschool day, we've brought a blanket out and sat under that mango tree. And so the whole theme of like rooted in rest, my busy life, his burden light, really was born under that mango tree, because it's like whenever my heart was burdened with homeschooling or with motherhood, and we'd go outside and sit under the mango tree and bring our books or bring our dinner and just sit and have some time together, that always encouraged me. And so my dream was to always have the colors and the theme of that mango tree in my channel art and just in the message of my channel. But Poetry Tea Time, for the first year and a half or so that we did it, was always set up outside underneath that mango tree. So Sing a Song of Seasons is a great tea time and nature poem book. And so I wanted to include that in the homeschool giveaway. So make sure you guys go enter this in the Rafflecopter down below if you want to win this little gift basket of some homeschooling goodies. Okay, so giveaway number 2 is themed toward home life. So I have shared with you guys a lot when it comes down to home life. I've shared my motherhood goals. I've shared a lot of food and cooking and meal stuff. I've shared our chore routines. I've shared about how I'm trying to create an atmosphere in our home, and how we model faith to our kids and things like that. And so I wanted to do a giveaway themed around some of my favorite home life type of things, or things you guys might have seen a time or two on this channel. So first, a snack tray. Now, if you guys haven't been around here long, you may not know, but years ago, I think I started my channel about 4 years ago. My channel personally has been around for like 8 or 9 years, because it was just my YouTube account before I started posting content, which is kind of the funny story about how I even got on YouTube. It was an accidental video that I meant to like embed in a blog, and I made it public and then got comments. Long story, but I've had this channel, or this YouTube account, for like 9 years, but my channel I only started posting to like 3 or 4 years ago. Well, maybe 4, because Eli was like 2 years old. So but back when my kids were very young, I used to share a lot of our lunches and our meals more often than I do now. and I always talked about snack tray. I even made a video a couple of times about how I do our snack tray. And I remember when I first was on Instagram, people would tag me like, oh, I did a snack tray. Full-Time Wife Life was my old channel name. They would tag me in it, like, look at our snack tray. And I loved that so much. So you may not remember if you haven't been around very long, but the snack tray was a big part of my channel. In the beginning, my husband used to work crazy long hours and I was always in survival mode, and the snack tray helped with our lunches when I was breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and nobody was old enough to help with anything yet. I use the snack tray all the time. And my rule was you can have as much of anything as long as you try one of everything. So I'd have, you know, vegetables and fruits and, like, you know, lunch meat or cheese or something. And if I had picky eaters, you could have like a whole thing of strawberries, but at least try one carrot and one cucumber before you eat that. And so I used to love sharing that content on my channel. So I thought that whoever wins this home life bundle must have a snack tray for their home. So I got a snack tray. The next part of this giveaway is another food item. It is the 100 Days of Real Food on a Budget cookbook by Lisa Leek. Lisa Leek has had a huge impact on the way that I have fed my family, her and Michael Pollan. So I found her, I feel like, when she was doing her initial 100 Days of Real Food challenge, and I found Michael Pollan through her. I remember living in a condo. We hadn't bought this house yet. I don't even know if I was homeschooling yet when I initially found out about her, but I share her recipes quite a bit on this channel, and this cookbook is one of my favorites, and none of these are published online. They're only published in this cookbook, so I'm always leery to share the recipes with you guys because it's like, you know, it belongs to her. She should get the royalties or, you know, whatever for the recipe. So I've never wanted to share. So I want one of you guys to have this book. So I've made almost every single recipe in this book. They're great options. They're great for kids who are learning how to cook as well. And so, of course, this cookbook has to be a part of the Home Life Bundle because I share it all the time. I'm always like, well, it's in Lisa Leek's 100 Days of Real Food on a Budget cookbook. So go buy the book if you want to know how I made this dinner. Next, I started to open this and then I realized I shouldn't open this because this is going to one of you. It's not staying here. So I'll put a picture in here. But next, I've talked a lot about my theme being atmosphere this school year, but that's carried over into so much of my home life. I've always tried to, like, dim the lights and diffuse essential oils, and everyone reads books, and there are times throughout our day where we do quiet time and I rest and they rest and I read while they read, and then we kind of reconvene again back at the beginning of my channel days and in my early parenting days. My husband worked crazy long hours, and again, I was in survival mode, so quiet time and a peaceful evening routine became very important parts of my day because I had to do really long days. And so I wanted to give one of you guys a diffuser and my favorite oil for quiet time, which is Peace and Calming. So if you have not used any oils, I have a oil like starter kit here for you, Peace and Calming and a diffuser, and then you can do what you want with it. But if you do use oils, then you probably love this oil anyway and could use an extra diffuser. So I just thought I can't be a mom who talks about atmosphere without getting peace and calming in someone's house. So that is the next part of this bundle. Next, I have a letter board. This isn't the exact letter board I have, and I don't want to open this, so I'll throw a picture in here, or I'll link all this down below as well. But a big part of my home life is displaying scripture or Charlotte Mason quotes or positive thoughts around my house. I've got behind me here, I have a song called A Prayer for the Home that I had made into a sign. It's one of my favorite songs. It turns my heart toward my intentions, you know, as a parent, as a wife, as a homemaker. I've got all sorts of different posters and scriptures and things around the house that just catch my sight and make me think of eternal things. And also in my homeschool, nothing fires me up like a good old Charlotte Mason quote. So I wanted to give one of you guys a letter board because what everybody needs to see or wants to see or needs to read or hear is different to them. And so I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to display something intentional in your home, but to make it your own instead of something that I think everyone should have in their home. So a letter board. I also think they make homeschooling rooms really fun, or like dinner menus fun, or just cute little thoughts around the house. Makes it really fun. And then last but not least, I have a devotional. It's called Making Your Home a Haven by Courtney Joseph. Now, she's made these devotionals, which are just scripture studies, as part of her Good Morning Girls Bible study for a couple of years now. But before she was publishing these books that you could buy, she just had a Good Morning Girls Bible study on her own online, and everyone would just read their Bible, and then you could get online and like comment about that day's Bible reading. And that was something that was helpful to me. Again, when my kids were really young, I didn't have time to attend a Bible study on my own. Her Bible studies were really great for me, but I loved this one. This is one that also kind of put my mind, set my mind on making my home a haven. She started this challenge years ago, and it was very simple. It was always in the fall. It was like, this week you'll light a candle. And when you light the candle, pray for your house. But it always created a peaceful atmosphere, kind of like talking about the smells and the sights and the sounds in your home. And it was just something that at the time, and I mentioned this recently in another video, that I was like a really complainy, unhappy, discontent mom in those early parenting days. I mean, it was difficult. I had a really difficult situation. I'm not being hard on myself about that, but it's the reality that I struggled with motherhood initially, and with the lot that we had been given with work and just so much going on. And so this Bible study really made me learn how to just find joy in the everyday tasks. It gave me something to look forward to. It's very simple. It's nothing like really all that profound, but it's just a sweet reminder of you know, how we can make our home a haven and rest in that. And so I wanted to give this to one of you guys as well. So it's called Delight in the Lord, Making Your Home a Haven, a 4-week Bible study, and it takes less than 5 minutes every morning. So if any of you are in that same season, or even if you're not, this could be a really helpful resource. But this is just one that I have very fond memories of, and so I wanted to get this to one of you. So that is the Home Life bundle that I want to gift to one of you guys. All right, last but not least, the Mother Culture bundle that I'm giving away has another 5 items in it that are all themed around the idea of mother culture, which if you have been around here a long time, then you know that mother culture is a fairly new idea that I've talked about quite a bit on my channel. But when I really think back on it, it's not a new part of my life. It's just new that I'm more intentional with it. So I think I've always tried to create a sense of that for myself, but I never exactly knew what it was. And now that my kids are a little older, I'm able to really put a little bit more effort in and be a little more focused on it. But the game changer for me was the book Mother Culture by Karen Andriola. And if you aren't familiar with her, she also wrote Pocket Full of Pine Cones and oh man, Something In, Lessons from Something In. You guys are shouting it at the camera, I know you are. I love her writings. They've always been really inspirational to me. And so, of course, the book Mother Culture has meant so much to me. I've read it very slowly because it's just, I need to digest everything I'm reading. It is like, I've explained this before, but this book feels like a hug from a homeschooling mom who's been in my shoes before, who's thinking my thoughts and has thought them before, who has had the same fears that I've had, or the same concerns or feelings of inadequacy, and she's just hugging you through this book. So, of course, Mother Culture is the first part of this giveaway. Somebody's going to win a copy of Mother Culture. The next part of this giveaway is this 12 half pans of watercolors by Arteza. Now, I have this little set too. The reason that I wanted to give this is because, excuse me, nature study. Doing nature study alongside my kids was the first step toward reclaiming my own education. I had never really picked up a paintbrush much in my life. I was always interested, but it wasn't a part of my education. It was not seen as something valuable by the public school system that I was a part of. And it really was just so important and exciting to me when I started homeschooling my kids to do nature study with them and to start painting with them and keeping my own nature journal. And then over time, I've sat down with my watercolors at the end of a long day and I've painted by myself. I've painted with my kids. It's always very thrilling to them when I'm sitting at the table with them and I'm painting with them. I'm involved in what they're doing. And so I want to give one of you guys your own set of watercolors so that you can also spend some time reclaiming your own education or just learning something new if you want to. I think it's just important to have something that's your own and you're not using your kids' school supplies, and you might really enjoy it more than you think, because I certainly did. And so it was very important to me that I get this to one of you girls who wins this giveaway. The next thing I have in here will maybe make you giggle. But I have a love for Cavallini products and I had to get it into one of these giveaways. And I wanted to give one of you guys a poster because I have a poster obsession from their stuff, but I didn't know what your guys' houses looked like, so I didn't know which one to pick. And so a Cavallini puzzle. Now I love these puzzles. If you remember back from my Christmas video, I kept accidentally hugging them. But I love these puzzles because they take some time. I like making a cup of tea and sitting down at the end of a day when my kids are in bed, listening to some music, doing one of these puzzles. John and I like to do these together. I enjoy doing them with my older kids. These ones specifically are way too difficult for young kids. They're all kind of like nature themed. I have a bunch of them. When we do a unit study or when one catches my eye, it's usually because we studied something in science or nature that had to do with that. And so I love displaying them in my home as well. But I wanted to get one of you guys this puzzle. I love bees and different like bee and honey themed decor. The plates I have in my kitchen have like little bees on them. We've done quite a bit of pollination and bee studies in our homeschool. And so this was the one that I felt like most represented my channel and things that I share here. So one of you guys will also win this Cavallini puzzle. Next I have the devotional Rest and Release. Again, this is one that's important to me. This one is all about learning to rest in Christ, and that I feel like is the theme of my channel. I hope that's what's being conveyed here, that lives can be busy and motherhood can be crazy and exhausting and exhilarating and defeating, but ultimately, as long as we are anchored in Christ as our hope, He does promise to make to have an easy yoke and a light burden. And so I've always just wanted to convey that to you guys, that like things are busy and I feel tired, but ultimately like my hope is in the Lord. And so outside, I mean, we can take things on more than what are necessary, but we can also sometimes just be dealt a hand that is busy and not physically restful, but we can still rest our spirits in the Lord. And so I wanted to give this devotional to one of you guys. Also, it's by Courtney Joseph, the same woman I was talking about who runs the Good Morning Girls blog. And so I thought this would be really great for one of you guys if the idea of rest, I know most of us have read Teaching from Rest and that was really helpful. So I thought a devotional about that would be good as well. And then last but not least, I can't show you all 6 of these because I will drop them, but mother culture, a pretty tea time with friends or with your kids. Oh man, it's one of my favorite things now. It was not something I ever anticipated being special or important to me, but I absolutely love setting out these pretty plates and saucers. And so it is a set of 6 cups and saucers. I know you girls love them as well, because anytime that I share a picture of them or share our tea time, you'll ask me where these are from. They were a Mother's Day gift from John years ago, and so I never wanted to like link them or show them because I felt like they were a gift. But I wanted to gift them to one of you girls as well. And so one of you girls will win a set of these beautiful floral cups and saucers. And this is the only thing that I'll be shipping directly from Amazon because I was afraid to package these myself. So everything else will be bundled up with a card, obviously, like a note from me as well. But I will be sending, whoever wins the Mother Culture bundle, you'll be getting 4 things from me, and then you'll be getting this directly in the mail because I am way too scared to wrap that up by myself. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little walk down memory lane and listening to some of my reasons behind some of these items, why I felt like sharing them with you girls. You guys, this channel, this community has been really impactful for me. It's It's given me a lot of purpose in seasons when I'm down, when I'm feeling blue, when I'm homeschooling, getting to share things that are exciting to me about history or new chore systems that I've made that have made me excited, and having you girls also be excited or encouraged by that has meant the world to me. I know when I look back on this season of parenting young kids, I will remember this community fondly. I don't know how long I'll be here on YouTube, however the Lord allows me to be, but I know that with social media and the internet, things can change in the blink of an eye. So I wanted to make sure that I take the time to give you guys a proper thank you and a virtual hug, and just tell you guys that you mean the world to me. So I really appreciate you subscribing and sticking around, and just sharing in this faith journey with me, this homeschooling journey, this tough journey of motherhood and marriage and parenting and all that comes along with that. So thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you for being here on this journey with me for the last few years. Make sure you check out the giveaways in the description box down below. And don't forget to leave a comment and let me know where you came from, why you stuck around, and where you hope this channel is going in the future. So love you guys. Good luck to everyone entering, and I will see you soon. Bye.